Hi friends, it's Pat Sloan here. I feel like it's Happy Everything Day because we're going to do Christmas all year. Wendy Shepard's quilt along from her book, and we have the last blocks. And then I am going to show you the process of setting up to transfer out my quilts to the October and November quilts in my living room and dining room. And you know, the process I went through to decide what would go up and all of that. Okay, before we start, I have the days. Wait. It is I Love Lucy Day. If you are a Lucy fan, then you know this picture of her with the sewing machine is just crazy fun. I mean, don't we feel like that sometimes? We're like, what? What is this machine doing? Yeah, so if you have something I Love Lucy, a quilt, I Love Lucy inspired, whether it's fabric or her image or whatever, we would love to see it. It is also Farm Animal Day, on the weekend. So share your farm animal quilts because, you know, they are just so fun. And you have lots of farm animal quilts. So let's see them. I do want to say that our hearts, my hearts, everybody's hearts just go out to everybody in Florida that was affected by the hurricane. It's just, and I know it's been a few days ago now that happened. If you are looking for a place to donate, the best thing, as you know now, is to do donations of money so that they can get the funding that they need to buy the things that are needed at that moment. And also, I think the World Central Kitchen is still an amazing organization to be donating to. My brother in Asheville said that he's been able to see their work now in person and is just really impressed with their operation and the quality and the care that they give for those who are going through so much. So I have a link to them in the description box here and the pinned post so that you can go ahead and donate if that's what you would like to do. And the raffle at the Virginia Quilt Museum is closing up, so be sure that you get your tickets today if you want to have a chance to win one of my quilts. And there's pictures of the two of them. Let me just show you, I had two things come in the mail. This one is from, I'm going to say H. I can't, she only signed with an initial, and she's in Ohio. But her son, she heard me talking about M&Ms, and her son found these for me. He was out, and oh, look at that. They are yummy. Thank you to both you and your son for thinking of me and sending me such goodness. It says sharing size. What's that? Share? Who shares these? No. I think I might be eating them myself. I just might. We'll see. And and then Shannon in California, she sent me, look, a beautiful note, and look at the mushroom card. Holy cow, isn't that cute? So cute. And she found this adorable little box, and she put some super cute little things in here for me. Oh, look at this. Whoop, it came out of the edge there. Put it back in. There we go. Look at this. The zipper pull, keychain, however you want to use it. And then she found a mushroom, it's to vacuum up on your tabletop. So it's got a little vacuum. You can run it. I just love that. Love it. And these beautiful, she said, maybe I can make them for Greg and I. Look at these placemat panels. Aren't they stunning? Look at that. And it says on the back here, it's from Northcott. So if you're looking for them, you can hunt up for Northcott. Thank you so much for thinking of me, everybody. I am just so blessed to have such wonderful friends here in our community. All right, let's talk about Christmas all year. Here's the layout. We are on the last pieces, which is this row here. This row of smaller blocks, which you can see the empty space right there waiting for it. I've got the borders set up there so you can see those. So here are the blocks. There are the pinwheels, and then these piece blocks. I forget what they're called, but there you go. And you You can make the ones that you need to make. And what I'm going to do is I will just put them up there. Oh my gosh, this is so cute. Look at that. Look at that row in there. Now, one thing you want to watch for, at least I want to watch for, is I did not want this guy over here right underneath the same fabric. So I made sure to switch that. I don't think the greens there was anything like this one. That's a different, but I could put a lighter one over there if I wanted. I could maybe switch this and that one, something like that if I wanted to. But now there will be a rim, like an inner outer border here, and then these borders. You need to be really accurate because this is a puzzle. Like if you don't have these sizes right, then your border is not going to fit. So be sure to measure, and then when you put the borders on, measure, because it's a little hard to fudge it because the border is kind of precise. And so you need to be on your A game, putting those pieces on so you get your seam allowances right and everything else. All right, that's awesome. Wendy did such a gorgeous sampler for us. Again, this was from the book. There's a project page out there. Now, backing. I pulled some backing fabrics. Let me just show them to you, and next week when I have the top sewn and we wrap it up, next month, not next week, next month, this is a monthly one, I'll show you what backing I picked. But here's some that I have. This is from like 2019 from Bev McCulloch, and I don't have quite enough. I did find a place I could order more. I also have this, which is, I do have plenty. That is just so cool. It's like crochet. And then I have plenty, this is just a smaller piece. I have plenty of this. This was from this fabric, this Christmas fabric from Kath Holden, and I want to do the quilt with this fabric, you know, one of her sort of scrappy quilts, and then use this as border and backing, so I have plenty of it, but I could use it for backing. But it's so dark, you know, that I'm really leaning towards one of the other ones, and I'm leaning more towards this one, the granny square. Oh, yeah, grandma's not granny square. That's what this is. This is granny square. This is grandmother's flower garden, you know, just a print. But oh yeah. So anyways, what's your favorite? Tell me. Tell me. And then next month I'll have the top and I'll show you which backing. And I may have to film that in advance so that I can actually send it to be quilted, unless for some reason it can get quilted and come back already. That would be super cool. But all right. Moving on to the next holiday, I have a whole series on getting things set up for my changeover of the living room, and then we'll just jump right into the tour of it. So let's go. Here's how I start. I pull out, now this is basically the Halloween quilts and little mini quilts and pillowcases. That's stuck on the chair in there. This is staging what I'm taking off the wall, plus what I'm taking off the walls and stuff will go in here. And I do have, because I've freed up a little space recently, so I've got that space and that space for everything that's coming off the walls and the things I don't use that can go back. And what I'm going to do is just go take everything down and put it away, and then we'll take a look at this. This wall here is kind of the prime place because I see it from all angles. I see it every morning, every day, all day coming down my stairs. And so I want to put something up there that I really enjoy looking at. And I think this is going to be its third year, will be Midnight Moon. This was a sew-along, kind of a huge sew-along, 3 different size blocks, some of them pretty tiny, from the Summer Moon book, all in this kind of controlled scrappy. And I still love it, and I'm not mad about that. So it'll be up there again. And this one will definitely go on my studio wall again for probably the 3rd year for that one too, because I just love it so very much. So those two I know, those 2 big spots I know, and I'm going to put those up first. The other thing I have to do is press some of these, because sitting on the shelf for a year, these get a little bit of creases in them and they don't really come out. You can sometimes toss them in the dryer and that works fairly well for a lot of things, but I'm going to go ahead and just fire up the iron and do it that way. I want to show you a little bit about the blocks, because I think people get a little bit too worried about fabrics matching color-wise, and I want to show you that I used a lot of this pin dot here, which is a little black pin dot. Then a lot of this big moon. Then I have white, like this is more white right here. These are ivory. You know, some of them are a little bit sort of dirty white, you know, sort of dulled down ivory. And it just works to make the quilt have a lot of life, to have all this scrappiness. Because like here's this sashing right here around this block. These blocks were intense, by the way. This sew along was intense because these are a lot of small blocks, and we were doing a lot each week to keep up. And I knew that if I didn't keep up with my friend Lisa Alexander, this was never going to get made, and I really wanted to make it. So there you go. And there's a candy corn, of course, my favorite. Oh my goodness. And there's a darling pumpkin down there. See it down there? Oh my gosh. Yeah. So there's how the quilt looks, and you're going to see it on the wall then, and it just blends in to have all this variety. You don't need to be matchy-matchy with stuff all the time. And this is controlled scrappy because the fabrics are, a lot of the gray, black, and orange were all from one fabric line, and then I just added in, you know, a little bit here and there. Here's the back of Midnight Moon. I had some squares of the different fabrics, and then 3 blocks, and candy corn. Look, look, look. How cute is that? Love it, love it, love it. What I decided to do was kind of lay a bunch of stuff out so I can kind of see what I have that's the right sizes. And of course then there's still more. There's still more that I can't put all this out as. There's a lot of smalls. I have too many smalls. Way too many smalls. But this is an Oh My Stars that I did with the mushroom fabric. And it actually was not with this group of fabrics. And quilts, I had to go find it. But I think that's going to hang in the dining room here over the one section of quilts. This is my stitched pattern. It's in my digital store. And I might put that on the ladder. So I did this one for the front door. I was probably going to go there because I just don't have time. I don't have the time right now to make another one. I've got 2 table runners, the ghosts, and that may have been from the quilt box, the spooky box, unique pattern, custom pattern. So that one was some leftovers from a project. It's kind of skinny, so it might go in the dining room. There's the gorgeous pumpkins. I pretty much think that's going to go on the back of the sofa. Love that. That was our free quilt along a few years ago with the Fat Quarter Shop. That's going to go in that hallway area. Normally I put either that one or that one I've been putting in the hallway area, but I think I'm going to do that one this year. This is our new one. There is Eddie the vampire and our sweet little ghost girl, the witchy ghost girl. And then I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this one. Maybe we'll just go in the ladder this year. I won't have it as full display because, you know, I just can't do it all. And little mini pumpkins came from, I think, another pattern that we were doing. I think we did that one at the same time as that one. And this will go in the hall by the door. That might just go in the kitchen, the little mini ones. So, okay, so I'm going to work on setting everything up, and then I will go through these, and there are pillowcases, so I'm going to pull out pillowcases. This I've been putting on the dining room table because it looks really good, and then we might just be storing a group of them back on the shelf. So, you know, I've got that room stacked there. That's Christmas. That's my Christmas. I still have. So I've got that space there. 1 year, I have to take this down. Oh, yeah, so I've got that space. Oh, that's where that's going. That's going in that space. Oh, I forgot. Almost forgot. So I got to take that down. Still got to. That's the ladder. There's the ladder for that. Okay. And then I have to go get some of my little Halloween tchotchkes for there and over on the credenza. My goal is that will be gone one day, and then I'll have some space for bigger things. You know, so I'm a ways off from that because first of all, I've got storage of a sewing machine under there, and it would mean like some of this, like these 2 shelves are my fabric lines, and these are a bunch of smalls, and there's some other quilts back under there which I need to examine why they're under there and move them. So anyways, this is a ramble. I am going to put a bunch of things up and then give you the final tour. I wanted to show you the fabrics on this one before I put it up on the wall. Like, I've had this piece, I had this piece forever. It was so happy. I'm so happy to be able to use it and see it. The pumpkins are all kind of the same off-white, but then the oranges are from sort of a peachy to a kind of burnt orange here, particularly that one, and not like so much your traditional oranges. Maybe this one is. That one's probably it, but it's a mix. So from more, a little bit lighter, more peachy kind of tones down into darker ones, and it just, I love that so much. The little white pumpkins, love them. Apparently I could use one more with a lighter background for the ladder. So here's the one that'll go on there. The other one I have, which I'll put down here, but is a much older quilt, so it's done in sort of that folk art colors I did, a lot of dark, and it still works pretty good. But I've got so much with white background now, or light gray, and so I need to have one more lap quilt next year. I think I try to remember that. This was done in 2000 for probably McCall's magazine. I'm pretty sure that would have been McCall's magazine in 2000. Yeah, 24 years ago. Wow. I still love it. I want to show you the quilting up close on this one because there is a lot of white space. This was Witch's Night Out, a quilt along we did in 2019. You can always go to my completed projects page and find the information on these prior projects. So Cindy did this one, and look at this quilting. It has this mosaic on it done in variegated thread. And because there's a lot of light space, it just shows up so well. It looks like tile work. So cool. And I used my Bonnie Lane charcoal with the little yellow daisies in it and silver for the backing. So okay, so that's going in the dining room. There's the pumpkins again, so we'll start here and then go over into the dining room where, so we're just going to take a little look around, see how the table mat looks good. I really should make this table mat in some other colors because it's actually perfect for my round table, and it looks great on like a checkerboard, a big check tablecloth. So I've got some wonderful little fun things here in the tower, and some candies. Okay, so over here, here's one of my older Halloween mats, just, a little accent here, and I've got a little bucket and a pumpkin. Yeah, now the Oh My Stars with the mushrooms, the peach mushrooms. Well, it came in green too, and I think black background, but love that fabric. It was so fun. I'm so glad to be able to enjoy it now. And there, see how that's perfect up there? I'm so glad I remembered. As I would eventually remember, I guess. But so I turned the mushroom tree on, and I added a little ghosty in here. And this is my one new item for fall. I got this little guy. And remember, I have these little stands, and I just cover them with fabric because they're actually peppermints, and I don't really want peppermints yet. So here, this was a gift last year, and it came towards the end of this season. So I am going to activate it and take a listen. She needs a little, like, flowers, I think. I think I need to put some flowers here. Here we go. Oh, so it has several sayings, and okay, one of them is really good. You can hear. Oh, that one's not it. I'm going to show your little heart out. She's going to sew your little heart out. Alrighty. So it's a little spooky. It's a little spooky. So here we'll get some. It's also loud. That's a kind of mushroom. I will link you to this if you too need a spooky talking sewing machine. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay, whoops, ran into the chair. So here is from my holiday hoopla, the trees. Look at the trees. Isn't that cool? And that's the same tree that we were using in the ode to the national parks. So I used the same tree block for our quilt along. Okay, so now into the living room where I've got, this just makes me happy. It was a struggle this year to go ahead and change everything. I wasn't feeling it because, not that I didn't want it, I just didn't want to do the work. It takes a little bit of time. It takes, me a good half of a day, if not a little bit longer. And it's just a lot, but I enjoy it so much to change it. It's just for me. There's the boo, and I have a leaf runner that I'll put there for November. So I'll switch that out for November, but that might be the only thing I switch. Everything else will pretty much stay. And the pillows are here. You can see no pillow there because this is Mr. Greg's chair and he prefers no pillows. Look at the gorgeous owl that my friend Suzanne, who also helps us on the group, she embroidered that for me. Isn't that absolutely stunning? Oh my gosh, it's so perfect. And over here I have the cute little witch's brew and my little wicked pumpkin, and this was a gift. This was something I did years ago. I didn't make it. One of my friends made it as an exchange. Got another little leaf. This is with my Bonnie Lane from Benartex from a while back. I kept these two pillows and I added that little scrappy one that comes out this time of year. Okay, on the wall, so on the ladder, I put those two that I said I was going to do, so I put them on the ladder. On the door is the pumpkin. So yeah, that is so darling, so cute. And you just have to go look on my completed projects page for things because I can't list them all. It's just too much. So there are the, I gotta get way back. It's long, but it's so perfect. Isn't that absolutely perfect there? And I get to enjoy it every time I come through. And then I've got a little ghosty bag that's from one of my holiday books. This was a quilt along with the Fat Quarter Shop. And then up here, that little hanger that we got in one of the boxes recently, that fit perfectly. And then this is a print that I bought many years ago to craft show, and I bought a few of her pieces because I just love the artwork and the wording. Rosy apples, popcorn, candy corn. It's got they all have words in them. Okay, so let's just take a look out here one more time. So this is what I see when I come. I'm going to close the door. Yeah, see, this is what I see. Just so nice. So nice. Thanks for coming along and sharing with me decorating for the holiday seasons. Thank you for coming along on these little tours. I really enjoy switching them out and I enjoy sharing it. So I hope that you find it fun and got a giggle out of the gift with the little skeleton sewing machine. And if you have ideas for how to decorate her to make her just a wee bit cuter, she thought that's a little scary. It's like, so I will take all ideas. All right, my friend, I love you. Mwah. Thank you for being here in the Sloan Zone. Get your Christmas all year ready to be quilted. I'll see you online.